What is up, everyone? My name is Mr. J, and today I am bringing you a Digimon deck profile. So I got first place with Mastemon at my locals, and yeah, I'm just really excited to get you guys this deck profile. The funny thing is, like, I wasn't looking to play Mastemon, and then for some reason, like, I got one mid-A, and then I bought two more mid-As, and then I got one for Christmas. Then I bought the BT11 mid-As, and then all of a sudden I have a Mastemon deck going. So I actually think it's really nice, and I caught a lot of people off guard because, you know, a lot of people don't play Mastemon. I want to go over the list right now. So I am playing yellow base. So for our eggs, we are playing 4 Tokomon. For our rookies, 4 Pata, 4 Lux, and that's it for our rookies. It's crazy. For our champions, we have 4 Gatitomon. That glare is gonna mess me up, man. 4 Gatomon from the starter deck, 4 Gatomon from EX6 apparently, and then 2 Angemon. Oh, and then one more, our champion here, our Devimon from BT11. Before I continue, I want to talk about like the 3s and the 4s because I think they have a lot of synergy with each other. I think Patamon honestly was MVP in this in this locals run because Patamon, you know, there's some debate over whether you should play Salamon. Salamon's pretty much the ace rookie for the purple base, but Patamon, you know, you promote, you can go into either the Angemon, the Gatomon, or the Gatomon from the starter deck from your security free, which is crazy. Then you gain a memory once you tuck something under with Patamon, and then you'll draw a card off the Tokomon. So like Tokomon and Patamon generated me so much memory, and they got me so many draws throughout that night that I think it's one of the big reasons why I won. You know, Patamon, like I said, Salamon can digivolve into either Gatomons for a reduced cost. Like, so for this one, it'll be a reduction of 1. You'll digivolve for 2 for 2 from the trash. Same thing with this one, Gatomon, you digivolve for 1 in the trash, from the trash. And that's cool. I mean, honestly, if I could fit Salamon in my deck, I would. Unfortunately, you have to play Nyaramon to play Salamon, and the Nyaramon is just not good. Not the yellow one. Right. So Patamon, like I said, is really great because if you went Pata into Gatomon, then you can go into your level 5 for free, right? Because you go Pata, digivolve into Gato for free, then go into Lady Devi or Angelomon for 1 cost, but Patamon has already refunded you the memory, so it's a free evo into your level 5 just for promoting your rookie. So that's crazy. The other thing is the Luxmon looks a little weird, but Luxmon is searchable off the Minimon, which we are playing. And it's also another rookie that you can play off the Mastemon Ace because there's not a lot of Digimon that are angels that you can play off the Mastemon Ace. Sometimes I don't want to play Lady Devi for free, right? Like sometimes I want to play something that gives me some value. So the Luxmon was really good. Plus, if you ever build a stack with the Luxmon, you do get some extra draws. Mastemon is known for bricking, so getting a few extra draws here and there, it does help. The other thing is Luxmon searches Mastemon Ace. It searches itself, it searches Angemon, it searches your Angelomons. The only thing it can't search is the Lady Devimons, which does suck. But being able to search your top end pieces is actually really crucial, really vital to your success with this deck. Moving on to the level 5s, we are running 3 of the EX. I was like, EX what? EX6 Angelomon, and then 3 of the BT11 one. And then 4 Magna Angemon. I don't want to run into the glare, so I might cut this in post. Okay, and with the magic of editing, this will be a-okay in post. Okay, so for our level 5s, we have 4 of the EX6 Angelomon, 3 of the BT11 Angelomon, 2 Magnemon Ace, Magna Angemon. I keep saying Magnemon. Magna Angemon Ace, and then we have a 3-3 split, 3 Lady Devi from BT11, and then 3 Lady Lady Debbie from EX6. So I see a lot of people playing this Angelomon as a 2 or a 3 of in their list, and I don't understand why. Like, this is one of the MVPs. There were so many MVPs that night for my Mastemon list when I think about it. But this one definitely came in clutch because like it having like this Angelomon, hopefully you can see it. Okay, so when Digivolving are on play, because you can play it off the Minimon, one of your opponent's Digimon gets Sec -2, so it actually came up versus Magnamon X Antibody until the end of their turn. If you don't have a mid-A, you can play mid-A from your hand, which, man, that honestly, all the times I played mid-A onto the board, at least half the time it was off her effect. She's so good just when Digivolve and you play the mid-A. Mid-A's are really expensive, so it really helped out. But the other part was the alliance. So giving your angels or 3 Great Angels alliance really helped close out games and do a lot of damage. The Angel one from BT11 is really good because you can grab your ace, your Mastemon ace from the security, or you can pretty much get Lady Debbie's from security. But it also helped because you get a lot of knowledge from your security, and having all your angels be blockers is really good. So angels, archangels, and the other thing is that also comes with the Minimon. The Minimon's an angel type, so you can put the Mini over the Angelomon. As long as you have a purple Digimon, your Minimon will be a blocker. Okay. Lady Debbie's, I used to have this as a 4 of from BT11, and this was only a 2 of. But the when Digivolving effect of the EX6 to delete a level 4 or lower, or to play a mid-A from trash, does come up a lot. So if you played against Demon Lords, for example, and they force you to, they chaos mode you, right? And either you delete your mid-A or they recover one and you trash one. You can just delete your own mid-A, and then the Lady Debbie, when Digivolving are on play, you get to replay the mid-A from the trash. So it's really good. I like it. The BT11 Lady Debbie is so good for recursion. Most of the times what I want to recur is the Mastemon Ace, but that's about it. Sometimes I'm recurring Magnamon Ace, Magnangemon Ace, but most of the time it's the Mastemon Ace. And these were my level 5s. Okay, for our megas. Okay, so 4 Mastemon Ace, 3 Domini, and then 1 Shine Greymon Burst Mode. So with this, yeah. So for Mastemon Ace, I am not playing the starter deck Mastemon because in testing, it never came up, man. It never came up. I never wanted to have that one in my hand. I always wanted to have this Mastemon, especially since I'm playing yellow base. The starter deck Mastemon, you have to have stuff in trash. We don't have stuff in trash because usually I'm promoting the Patamon and I'm evolving up my line and I'm playing the mid-A's for free. Most of the time I'm just planning to blast DNA when my opponent attacks. So yeah, I had the Mastemon from the starter deck as a 1 of, and then I cut it completely. I just didn't like it. I think the Mini's the right call for your secondary boss monster because the Mini does the -7k, but the Minimon can also play out your Angelomons. Either Angelomon's a Magnangemon Ace, and it also can play the Luxmons, plus the Angemons that we're playing for level 4s. So keeping up the board presence, it was really nice the whole tournament. Like I said, Magna versus actually Magnamon X Antibody, the Mini would delete their armors because, you know, Vmon into Magnamon, it's 7k unless they have the egg. So you just DP minus it and the whole stack gets deleted. They're level 4. So the Dominimon was really good. And Dominimon does such a good job of protecting Mastemon Ace as well from anything that's not DP reduction or de-digivolve. So that's really cool. The Shine Greymon Burst Mode was just a tech because, you know, sometimes the way they get over your stack is usually by swinging into it. So it was my cheeky little tech. You know, if they ever tried to swing into Mastemon Ace, I would just like Burst Mode into Mastemon Ace or into Dominimon, play a Tamer for free because, you know, mid-A's are expensive once again. And yeah, but it never came up. It never came up where I wanted to use the Burst Mode. I'm not sure if I make the change, what I'm thinking of is putting Cherubimon Ace in this deck as my 4th Mega, the 8th level 6, because I love the Alliance so much. I think people weren't expecting me to finish the games as fast as I did once I decided to go for game because of the Alliance. And then even Magnamon X Antibody, when I was playing against David, he was so caught off guard when I swung Alliance into his Magnamon X Antibody and forced him to Armor Purge. So yeah, again, the Alliance was really good, and I think Cherubimon would help the strategy because I would get to play any level 4 or lower, and he also has Alliance himself. But yeah, I mean, like I said, synergy, the Dominimon, the Patamon, so much synergy is going on, and then the Angelmon playing out the Mareus for free is great. So a lot of times what would happen is I would promote Patamon, Digivolve into Gatomon for free, either Digivolve into Angelmon to play Mare for free, or I could Digivolve into the BT11 Angelmon, and Angelmon from BT11 would grab Domini from security, Domini effect, will Digivolve into Dominimon over the Angelmon, and then Dominimon, if for some reason this one was in the security, play this one out, and then this one would play Mare. And that was a really good combo because you had a Domini on board, your Angelwoman's protected, and you could potentially blast ace your opponent. So I could probably show that combo before we end the video today. And then for your Tamers, of course, we're running 4 Mare from 4. 3 Mare from BT11, 3 Mare from EX6, and then 2 TK Takashi. So this is my list. I really like the TK because, as you guys saw, my bread and butter play is usually Tokomon, Pata in the back, and then hard play TK. Set my opponent to probably 4, maybe 2 if I win second. But I get to look at my security, and then, you know, I promote Pata next turn, and I'm off to the races. 3-3 split, I think I'm going to keep it this way. The combo with Marain, with both Marays, is really cool because you could just play a Gatomon, and you can end with a Mastemon on your turn, basically before it goes back to your opponent's turn. That combo is really nice, but it never comes up, honestly. Again, if you have both Marays, you can combo off, and it's pretty much like a comeback. They're both comeback cards in a way. But I never needed it in the tournament. So I don't know, maybe it could come up, but point being is like I never had to use both of them in tandem. I feel like my voice cracked there. I will say I think the EX6 Mare is a little bit more important because it allows you to DNA Digivolve without Gatomon. But as you see, I'm only playing 4 Mastemon Ace or 4 Digimon that I can actually Digivolve into, DNA Digivolve into. So it didn't come up as much. The Mare here from BT11, if anything, came up a lot because just gaining you that 1 extra memory per turn. So if you had TK plus Mare, you get set to 4. The EX6 Mare was really good because sometimes you would Digivolve Domini for 4 and then play like a Magna Angemon Ace or an Angelmon. And that would essentially make your Dominimon a 3 cost because you could tap the Mare to gain a memory. So that's really cool. Because when you play an Angel or an Archangel or Fallen Angel, you can suspend it to gain a memory. Yeah, that also works with Gatomon because you get hard play the Gatomon. Okay, so this is the list. Again, I know I didn't like the Mastemon from the starter deck, and I don't think if I play this list again at locals in the tournament run, if I do like a tournament run again, I'm not going to change it. I think again, 4 Mastemon Ace, 3 Domini, 1 Cherubi, and the rest I think honestly I'll keep the same. I think everything else worked really well. I also want to give a shout out to High Score Chef because he plays the Devimon here that did win me a game because the Devimon it has Rush and Retaliation. So a lot of the times I would play the Devimon off the Mastemon Ace, and that would give me the last check I needed to go for game, which a lot of opponents weren't expecting. A lot of times the opponents, you know, make the calculations in their head and they think, okay, well, with the Mastemon and the Alliance and the Digimon coming out of security, potentially he has 3 hits on board, and that's it, just 3 hits on board. But they weren't accounting for the Devimon or for anything that has Rush on it. So again, the Devimon did win me a game that match. And yeah, I think that was really cool. I that was like a last minute inclusion as well because I used to have 2 burst mode in the deck and I took out 1 burst mode last minute for the BT11 Devimon. So before we continue, I think I want to transition into just one of the combos, I guess, for this deck. All right, before I start the combo section of the video, I also wanted to talk about why I'm running 11 champions. I'm running 11 champions so that the Patamon would hit off security, and I don't regret it. I think 11 champions was really good in the deck. And the Angemon also came in clutch. I liked the Angemon because that was also kind of a last minute inclusion. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the combos here. Okay, so say you're opening, it's your turn 1 or turn 2. You draw for turn is just the combo number 1, pretty much bread and butter. So you usually want to Digivolve or you want to open with Patamon. So Patamon in the back, Digivolve off the Toko. And then usually you play TK or maybe a Luxmon, another card, just play it on the board. Look at your security. TK is really nice as an opener because you get to look at your security. 2, 4, I have 6 security. Good sir, it's only 5. All right, so next turn they pass it back to you. You Digivolve. Actually, I like going second with this play because you could Digivolve, you could promote the Pata, Digivolve into Gatomon. And so that's free. You're still at 3 memory. 3 memory here, Digivolve into Gato. You can go ahead and from your hand tuck another level 4 usually. So I would tuck usually another Gato. Tuck Gatomon. Toko gain a memory, or Tokomon draw a card and then gain a memory off the Patamon. It feels weird not drawing, so I'm gonna add a card to my hand. And then from here, Gatomon, you have the reduction cost. You can Digivolve into, ideally, you would Digivolve into the Sanjouamon. And you would look through your security. You would draw for Evo, look through your security. I did stack my deck here because I need it. So for looking into security, I would grab Dominimon because you can grab Dominimon. Dominimon has the angel type in its traits. I think we should have 1 less security here. Okay, so you're in your level 5 now, and that was for free because the Patamon gained you a memory. So you're still at 3 memory, went into your level 5. Go into Domini for 4. Domini effect. Play out the Angemon. She would attempt to trigger and give something sec -2, but since there is you don't have Midday, you get to play Midday for free. So go ahead and grab your Midday. Either one and just play it out. So play out the Midday. A lot of times at the tournament, I would play this one out. I think the start of your turn, gain a memory, it was a lot more valuable than the other one, than the EX6 one. But again, beggars can't be choosers. So if you have the EX6 one, like I would just play the EX6 one. And this is pretty good board turn 2, right? This happened a lot where I would end with this type of board turn 2 if I saw this. Sometimes I didn't see the TK because I only see it as a 2 of. So my turn 2 board would end like this usually. And then from here, usually since I play 6 Lady Devies and a same amount of Angemons, I believe, well, seven Angemons. Usually I had all the cards in my hand to ace. So that was pretty much my bread and butter play. Like the Angemons here on board, you have a Lady Devi in hand, Mastemon Ace in hand. Domini protects the Angemon from anything that's not DP reduction. And you can't de-Digivolve the Angemon. So Dominimon's really good here. You do not get blocker at the current moment because the Angemon, you have to have a purple Digimon in play. But again, if your opponent attacks, you can just go ahead and trigger the DNA. So DNA into Mastemon Ace. Digivolve. You would send their Digimon to the bottom of the security and trash until they have 4 left, which also came in clutch because, you would trash 2 of the unknown cards. And sometimes, a lot of times in the tournament, they would be Tamers. So I would trash Tamers, and they definitely had no way of recurring, especially if they're not purple. So I would trash their Tamers, and it was a pretty sad moment for them. But the Mastemon Ace really helped because now there's technically only 3 cards that you're unaware of in the security stack, right? Because you got rid of 2. So there's 3 unknowns as opposed to 5, and that really helped out. But yeah, usually this was my turn 2 board. Again, just Angelomon, Dominimon, and that really worked out for me. I will say, like, I always wanted to see this Angelomon, of course. You could still do this play without the Angelomon if you're holding Dominion in hand. Another line of play is you can do the same thing, promote the Gato, and even if you have nothing else on board, you could, you know, your opponent left you at 1, you promote, you Digivolve into Gato for free, and then you Digivolve into the Angelomon for 1, you play your mid-A out, and you can go ahead and just Domini from here. Domini effect, minus 7k, and then play something out, right? You can play that one out, but again, usually the best Angelomon to play out is the one from EX6. The other thing I didn't mention in the profile was that the Angemon did come up a lot, because if I had 2 stacks and let's just say I had to do that, if I had the, let's say I ace this way, there's the Angemon in the stack, and I had another Pata in the back, there were times where my opponents had the capabilities to pretty much get rid of Mastemon Ace, but they decided not to. I would get the overflow, but at the same time, Angemon on deletion, so say they got rid of my Mastemon Ace, I would be able to trigger the Angemon and then put something from my hand that's vaccine into the security stack. So a lot of the times I would put either Gatomon, another Angemon in there, but most of the time Gatomon, because Gatomon was pretty good. Even though this Gatomon's really good for when Digivolving, you get to search top 3, add an Angel, or add a mid-A. So you could also add Luxmon off that. But yeah, you know, Angemon gets deleted, tuck this into security, and they give you the memory at some point. You promote, and look at that, you have a Gatomon ready to go. So it's just basic bread and butter combo for me. I hope that helps you out if you're looking to play Mastemon. Again, I know it's a pretty expensive deck, so the most expensive cards are the mid-A's, and I think at some point it was $35 max or lowest for this card, and I want to say it's because of the Amber memory boost, and then like a lot of people have been making deck profiles on the Mastemon deck because of the Amber memory boosts that the mid-A's have gone up. The other thing I wanted to answer is, you saw in the list that I'm not playing any Amber memory boost. I was testing out Amber memory boost and it just didn't come up. I never felt like I needed the Amber memory boost, because even though Mastemon is known for bricking, it just didn't come up at all. I would rather have the Devimon or the burst mode in hand than have an Amber memory boost, because the reason I'm playing 6 Lady Devies is so that I see one of them, right? I always had a Lady Devi in hand because I'm playing 6, and the Amber memory boost, like, what do I need to search for? I don't need to search for anything. Like, if anything, the most important card is the Mastemon Ace, and in that case, I might as well just run yellow memory boost and not the Amber memory boost, because I could search for Mastemon Ace or I could search for Dominimon. And again, these level 6s, these were the most important cards in your deck, at least for me that day. Or the Angelomon from EX6, most important card of the day. So again, Amber memory boost, I don't think it's necessary. Another thing that people have been asking is whether to put the yellow scrambles. I think scramble as a one-of could work. Again, the only one I would cut it for is probably the burst mode, and that's the only one I could see. I could cut burst mode and probably play like a yellow scramble. The thing is, like with the scramble, you can't digivolve into your Lady Devies from a level 4. So if you had, you know, Gatomon on board and you play the scramble, I'm pretty sure scramble says digivolve into a yellow Digimon. So you have the Gatomon, you play scramble, you can't digivolve into your Lady Devi. That's the only bad part for the scramble. But Patamon, you know, scramble, you activate scramble, play the Patamon, and so starting your turn, you can do your Patamon shenanigans. That's pretty cool. That's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. I think the one I've been trying to test out, or I've been thinking about testing out, is maybe Final Excalibur for this deck. And Final Excalibur, because that's just another card that people don't expect. Plus, I think if I could unsuspend everything, and then most of my Digimon have like lines sometimes, just swing alliance for the rest of their security, swing for game. It's pretty cool. Anyways, guys, if you liked the video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile, and I'll see you all next time.